You're listening to From Our Lens, a podcast for photographers and brides where we dive into all things weddings.
Whether you're a pro behind the lens or a bride-to-be, we've got you covered.
Join in on the conversation and take it from the gals who have been to a wedding or two.
Grab your camera or your wedding planner and tune in for our hot wedding takes. Let's focus on your forever.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Sarah's getting adjusted, so don't mind the noises.
Every time we do this, I have to find a really good, comfy spot.
We're in our matching jammies, sweatsuits,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. Listen, all of us girls wait all day till we can put our pajamas on.
Yeah.
So we're just living the best life that we could possibly live.
This is our most authentic
self.
Yeah. So.
Oh, gosh.
Here we are.
What is new?
You know, not a whole lot. What about you?
Honestly, I'm just going through the days.
You know what actually is new?
What?
The 2024 wedding trends.
Oh, okay. So slick, Sarah. So slick. So we just want to give you guys the lowdown.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like a lot of things everyone sees, everyone's on TikTok and they see some of the trends. They see the popular stuff, but there's some things people don't talk about.
Yeah. And it's kind of, I feel like since 2020, the trends have been fairly, like not much has changed. But in 2024, it feels like there's like such a shift in like colors and
I think everybody's
aesthetic.
just really realizing that like they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So they're like embracing that the trends can be different.
Totally.
They don't have to be what everybody else does.
And it's like, it's totally shifting. And I don't know. I'm really liking it.
I'm here for it.
Maybe not everyone is, but I don't know. I think it's kind of fun.
It's very like people are I think they're less scared now.
Yeah.
Because like these last few years have kind of new things have popped up and people are seeing that they really can do whatever they want. So it's fun.
Yeah. You want
it's
something
nice to
different.
see some funky stuff. It's
and
nice to see everybody embracing it.
People are getting more comfortable with being unique and doing their own thing too.
Yeah.
We found like the Martha Stewart wedding trends of 2024.
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't know Martha Stewart had an opinion on wedding trends,
and a couple other like blogs and stuff, but it's kind of fun to see. I'm really excited about it. So, Jordan, do you want to go?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, read the first.
Okay, we're just going to go through our little list and we're going to talk about things. Okay, the first one that I have on here is one that I've been a part of a few times, but it's wedding weekends and not just wedding days.
Yeah.
And I think this is very common when you do a destination wedding, like when you go somewhere, because people do end up making a vacation out of it, so they're there for longer. But I have seen it too, where people do, like, they rent out an area with cabins, and then everybody comes for the weekend. And it's a fun way of, like, making it more than just one day.
Yeah.
And then you're not as stressed. It's not just one day. Everything has to be perfect. Yeah. Everybody gets to hang out and relax and enjoy it. Yeah. They make it theirs. And I love it.
And it's more like, especially I've never been a bride, but I think as a bride, there's so much pressure and there's so much going on, and like you don't really get to interact with your guests.
Yeah,
and I think with having the weekend, you have time to like. And a lot of time the families don't know each other. Like the amount of times we're at a wedding and the groom is like, "Oh, this is my auntie so and so," or like you're introducing your and. That shouldn't be well, it happens, but like it's nice for that not to happen on your wedding day. Yeah. To have an opportunity to like have a weekend to meet each other, and there's less pressure on the wedding day. Yeah.
There was one that I went to and I traveled there because it was close to me, but I still had like a big travel day to get there. Yeah. But like the day I got there was the day before their wedding, and they had a whole itinerary planned still because it's still their wedding weekend. Yeah. So it's still kind of like a wedding. Like obviously it's still a wedding. Yeah. But they like had everybody down at the beach and they were all tanning the day before, and the boys did their thing the day before. Yeah. And then everybody
almost
had
like a
mini
steak.
Yeah, like it is. Yeah. And then again, I went to Vegas, and that's what they did. They had a joint party the night before. It was so fun.
Well, and that's like another benefit of doing a destination could be a location 2 hours away. Like it doesn't have to be like Mexico or Vegas. Like it can be, but I don't know. I think doing that just gives like an opportunity, because if you're doing it in your city or your town, everyone just shows up for the day and that's it. Yeah. You're probably lucky if you say hi to each of your guests. Yeah. But if you can go a little bit away, then people are traveling and you get that better connection.
No, and this is the thing. if you let all your families mesh the day before, they're gonna have so much more fun on your day. Like during, like, think the dance, especially for that one where I went to, and then they did their whole wedding weekend.
Yeah.
Their dance party was so fun. Yeah. Because everybody kind of knew each other a little bit more. It was lit. Yeah. Like, they were having a great time because both sides of the families, like, I saw people that, like, I didn't know them. Yeah. But I knew, like, who was on what side and who needed whatever. And they were, like, dancing together. Like, they had just met, but they were, like, on the dance floor, like, ripping it up, and it was so fun.
I don't know. I think there's something special about it, for sure. And, like, you know, if you do a small town and you know all of your family, and then you don't really have to do that. But especially if you're blending families and people don't know each other, then I think it's really a good opportunity for people to bond and create relationships. And yeah, I really for sure. like. And
big in.
Do you think with a wedding weekend, like, what do you think about more than the day of coverage for photography?
I think it's cool.
I think it'd be cool to have, like, the rehearsal dinner coverage even. Because then you can get those family photos that, like, you don't really have time for on your wedding day.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be, like, a little bit extra.
That's what we did in Vegas. Like, I was there for the weekend. Yeah. And I was taking pictures the whole weekend.
Oh, that's so fun.
And she, like, they had all their little outfits planned. She had so many different little things planned, and we got to take pictures of it all. And it was perfect. It was really cool.
No, I love
big
that.
in.
Yeah, there's a trend, and it's very different.
Let me hear it.
But I don't know. I think I like it.
Okay,
so it's, instead of doing a traditional, like, aisle, everyone faces the front. It's a runway aisle.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this. Some celebrities have done it, haven't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you see, like, a fashion runway, everyone's facing the runway. So, like, you have the stage.
Yes.
And then all the chairs are towards it instead of facing the front. And I don't know.
It
might be tough when I've never seen it actually done. I've just seen it online. But when you're doing the actual ceremony, because people, I guess, have to turn. But
there's probably a way. There's a way to do it. I think it's funky.
I just think in the pictures, it looks so cool, and it's just different. I don't know.
No, I feel like
I like it.
I think it's like, I think things need to be tried in terms of your ceremony to spice things up a little bit, because everything's been so.
And if you're not doing a longer ceremony, people can crank their neck for
sorry, Grandma.
10 minutes.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Yeah. And, like, or people could, I don't know, you could get them to turn their chairs after.
There's a way. There has to be a way.
I just feel like it's kind of funky. And then, like, I guess more pressure for the bridal party, but, like, when people walk down, it would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I think it's, like, a different way.
Big in.
And you've never really seen any different ways to set up a ceremony.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
so I think
no
it's
one's
cool.
really done much to spice the ceremonies up.
It's
in a
always
long
the
time.
same. Everyone's facing the front.
Yeah.
You go down the aisle. I honestly don't think I've seen anything different.
No.
Nope. Like, it's always that. So, I don't know. I thought that one was really cool.
Okay, I have one.
What?
Colors.
Yes.
I think a lot of the trend for the last few years has been, like, colors, but, like, one color and very neutral.
And very muted.
And very muted.
Yeah.
And, like, not into, like, the vibrancy.
No. And it was, like, a lot of it was, like, oranges or, like, the pastel pink. Like, that's been very in.
Yeah. So I think now people, like, I've seen a little bit of this online and stuff, but, like, the bright pops.
Yes.
Like, the pinks, the greens, the yellows, the bright oranges, like, the funky colors.
I had a bride last summer that did, like, sunset as her color scheme. So it was, like, bright orange and bright, like, it was gorgeous.
I love that. But, or, like, wildflowers, because they're nice and bright. I've seen that in a few, and I'm like, I want everyone to do this. Yeah.
But I'm trying to, like, I'm opening up to the color more, and I'm really liking it.
It's a really good way. Like, if you're, like, a funky, like, out there person, like me, for example, like, I think color's a great way to add really personality to your wedding day without making it, like, obvious.
Totally. And still going along with the season. And I'm also liking, with the color, they're incorporating, like, the bridesmaids' dresses.
Yeah.
And having different patterns and different textures.
That's one thing that we're going to say is out, I think.
Is having the same. We got to say,
I think one thing that's really, really been phased out over these last few years is matching everybody.
The exact same dress, exact same color, like, everything.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that is your bridesmaids are all different. They have different body types. Yeah. They have different, like, everyone feels comfortable in different things. And what is comfortable on me and all my girlfriends is so different.
I love it when people do like they pick a new like a color palette or like the same color family, and they do different dresses in that color family, so different tones of blue. Yeah, and then as well, I've seen people do the same thing, but like also different patterns of blue, and it looks so good. And then people they can pick what they love.
And then I don't know. I think it just like it creates more interest too, because even when you have like a bridal party photo. When it's like all the girls in the same, all the guys in the same. It's just so like, I don't know what the word is.
It's repetitive. It's
just, it's not interesting. Like,
no, it gives visual interest if the colors and textures or like, and patterns kind of change. Like they definitely don't want to conflict, but
okay.
But there's a way.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
Putting me on the spot here. Since we're talking about like different dresses, what do we think about different suits?
I've never seen it.
Because we've never seen it. Oh my God.
This is a good one.
I know. Because the other thing with men is like, you either rent your suit or you buy your suit. If you buy it, it's quite expensive. So what if every guy just brought what suit they had?
Either that. Yeah. I don't know what it would look like because I don't know if I can picture it, but think about this. Okay. Different ties. But in the same color family.
I feel like I've never seen that. I've seen like the ties that match the dresses. Yeah. So, like, your partner that you, like, walk down with, you have the same color.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'd be cool just to, like, say, okay, within the brown color scheme or within, whatever.
Yes.
So, like, pick your pants. And, like, maybe they don't have suit jackets.
And, like, different tones. Yeah.
Oh,
I think that would be really cool. Because I think if you didn't match the bridesmaids, or if you didn't, like, if the bridesmaids' dresses were all mismatched and then the groomsmen were all the same, that's going to look a little bit
but that's uneven. What always happens. It's like, if they both
mismatched, that would look slick.
I think it'd be cool.
I think it would look slick.
Okay, we're onto something here.
Ooh. Sarah, like, pushes her hair behind her ear. She's like, so
I'm
proud.
Onto something. I don't know, because you, like, even the last couple of years, like, I honestly don't really remember a wedding where the girls were all the same.
No, and you know what, though? It's a good thing to think about, though, is that the guys, like, no one really spices the guys up. Like, you guys need attention, too. It's always about the girls, and, like, the boys need their moment.
The only thing I've seen is the guys wear, like, the matching color to the girl they walk with. Yeah. But other than that, I haven't seen anything different. So
we need to think of some ideas for these boys.
Yeah.
That should be an episode.
I know. I think that'd be cool.
Ideas for the groomsmen.
That is a hot take.
I like it.
Because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't like that. But for some reason, the guys are always wearing the same thing.
And like the guys always like to be a little extra on wedding days. Yes. Like they silently
do.
They're not gonna like outright tell you. Well, some of them will, but they don't want to but they want their moment.
They want their moment.
They do. Every time I go and take pictures of groomsmen, and like you give them a little bit of like excitement,
they want to be the star of the show.
They are ready. Yeah. They're ready.
It's so true. Okay, so I like that. I think that's like a very different. Okay. Do you want to go for the next one, or do you want me to go?
I have one in my head.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. The bridal party does not stand. They sit down.
Yes, I like this.
That is,
since we're on the topic too.
A big in.
Because I think it's kind of like it's one thing for the bride and groom to be up there, but for the bridal party, I feel like sometimes they're very uncomfortable.
Listen, my opinion is, I've been in a wedding.
Yeah.
You stand there and you don't see anything. And
it's so hot.
You don't get to you don't actually get to enjoy the ceremony because you're standing up there. Like, you get to hear it.
And then you're focusing, okay, do I look okay? Is my bouquet in the right place? And you don't pay attention.
Like, I think if you get to sit down and enjoy it and like actually like cry and watch your best friend or whatever, your brother or your sister get married and you actually get to see the nice view. Like, that's...
Yeah, because
why do you have to stand up there? You're already a bridesmaid. You're already a groomsman.
No.
We still know you're important.
Okay, hot take. Where do they sit?
In the front row.
But that's where the parents sit.
Well, they can squish.
Or are they in the second? Are they in the second row?
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah. You can still see. Great.
True.
I think it's important, too, because, like, that having your bridal party isn't just, like, to have them. Like,
no.
They're there because they're very important people to you, obviously. Totally. You pick them because they're important in your life.
Your closest friends, whatever,
Do you want them to see your wedding?
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah. If they're up there, they can't really
They don't really get to enjoy it when they're just standing there.
True.
I don't think.
No, I think I like that. I've never seen it. I've only seen the bridal party stand, I think.
I can't remember.
As far as I can remember, yeah.
Yeah. I think if they sat down, we'd love that for them.
Oh, no, I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
Especially, like, being in the bridal party, it's like, you don't want to stand up there. Like, in the amount of pictures I've taken, like, one of the bridal party members is yawning or like, I don't know.
And it's not like, okay, and it's like, it's whatever. You're standing up there for a long time. Like, I get it.
Totally. I know.
You don't have to look, listen, you can't smile the whole time.
No.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like, as the bride and groom, they're into it. They're in the moment, you know, like, it is what it is. So no, I really like that. In. Okay. So this is a hot take. Okay. I feel like this is probably one of the more controversial ones. Okay. So guest like color like palettes.
I like it.
Do you think?
I think it's hard. Okay, I like it because I think one thing I think it gives people an excuse to kind of get dressy. Yeah. And I like that because, I mean, for myself, I like to dress up. And I think it'd be cool.
But we're also extra.
We are a little extra. So I guess we're
photographers, so naturally.
Our opinion might be different than others, but
I feel like some people it could be like, you know, if it's on someone's budget or if it's like, I don't know.
But it doesn't have to be extravagant.
I feel like you could say, like, make sure you have something black.
Yeah. And I think, too, it really does depend on, like, where you're getting married.
True.
Because, like, some fancy venue, if that's where you're getting married at, it kind of, like, lends itself to be like, okay, well, like, it is kind of black tie. Like, that's how we dress. Yeah. Versus a camp wedding, right?
And it does affect your photos. Like, even I've done weddings where you're doing the ceremony and you have, like, an uncle in a neon yellow golf shirt. Yeah. And it stands out. So immediately I make the photo black and white. Yeah. Or you just try and work around it. But your guests are part of your story and you're...
No, and you want them there. It's not like you're not going to tell him... You don't want to outright tell them. Hard. But I know what you mean. Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. If that's your vibe and you think it's cool, you should try it. I think it's in. I think it's cool.
But from a photography perspective, I understand it because, like, you've had the neon golf shirt and, like...
Yes.
The colorful shirt.
I'm like picturing in my head.
Yes. And it does, even like there's first dance photos, there's speech photos, like there's a lot of moments where it's not, you know, it's like the environments.
Just, like subconsciously when you look at a photo, this is like something we learned in school.
You notice it.
When you look at a photo and there is a bright patch on the left side of your photo, where's your eye going to go? To the bright patch. And it's just like the way our brains work. Yeah. So it's not like we're trying to be mean to golf shirt uncle.
No,
we're not. But it's just like subconscious. That's where your eye's going to go.
Well, it's like neon yellow. Your eye is drawn to that spot.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah. And like, if everything's the same tone,
it brings it all together a little bit.
But I feel like that could be like a hit or miss. Like some people would feel comfortable saying that. See, I don't even know if I would feel comfortable. That's like such a hard thing.
I'd do it for sure.
Especially if you have a smaller wedding and you know all the people coming, you could say, hey, I'm extra. This is my vibe. Yeah. I want this color scheme. Yeah. But if it's like a 400, 300 person wedding, maybe that would be too much.
I think it all depends on your wedding. And you. I mean, if it's something that you think is kind of funky, you should try it. Just do it. I mean,
or be like, everyone wearing neon yellow golf shirts.
Yeah, and then everybody you know what? If everyone's wearing them, good. Your eye's not going to be drawn anywhere. That's fine.
Because it's just like a field of yellow.
It's fine. Honestly.
No, I feel like that's a fun...
Actually, there's one on here that I didn't think of before, but I want to talk about it now. And it's later ceremonies.
Yes. I like that.
So I've seen a few. I did one. Their wedding was like at 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And it was like overlooking the mountains on a golf course. It was beautiful. Yeah. And... the nice thing about this is you get to like enjoy your day, and it's not like, obviously for us, we're photographers and we love the later sunset because the lighting's nice, your ceremony's at the perfect time. Like for us, we're like, yes, we want you to do that. But even not from our perspective, like you get to really enjoy your day.
Yeah. And it's not rushed.
It's not hot.
Yeah.
Like a lot of ceremonies are at 2 o'clock and then
then you have the worst lighting of the day. Yeah. And like often ceremonies aren't set up to be directed in the right way with the sun. So you have like really bad side lighting and the groom is in full sun, the bride is in full shade, and it just like doesn't work.
No, and we want you to look great.
Yes.
But yeah, it gives you like, I think it gives you the whole day to actually have a night like what you want it to be.
And with that comes day after or 2 days after portraits.
Yeah.
Which I think is such a good idea because then you're not rushing your timeline. You can do ceremony do a couple family photos if you want, and then go right into supper and reception.
No one's waiting around, which is the nice thing. That's the thing that's nice about doing stuff like that, is that you think like your guests don't have to have 3 hours to kill between the ceremony and then your dinner. Yeah. Or 3 or 4 or sometimes 5.
Because that's typically when you're doing portraits. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people do the first looks. But I think if you can afford to like make the time to do 2 days later, you'd have to get your hair and makeup done again. So that's like another thing. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like then your day isn't as long, and honestly, it would make such a difference.
And then it's not just focused on photos. Like some people feel like their day is. Yeah. It really is more about the wedding.
Well, I guess I kind of had that one time, but we also did portraits the day of. Then we did like a helicopter portraits 2 days later. But it was nice because their whole, like, we did do some portraits, but it wasn't all focused on that.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've seen it a little bit. Like, I think it's very, very new. So some people might have never seen this before.
Yeah, I would say new.
Something that I'm incorporating in my weddings this year, and I'm really excited about it. But it's content creators for your wedding. Now,
it's kind of controversial with photographers.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm including it in my packages, and I'm trying to – I actually thought it was really cool. The way I thought of it was when I first saw it, I was like, hey, like, actually, how cool is that to be able to offer that to some people so that they don't have to worry about it, and they have clips to think about. Yeah. Or to sort of look back on. Yeah. So I'm adding content creators to my weddings, and what is happening is I'm bringing like a shooter or a second shooter, I guess, primarily, but it's not for like my cameras. It's for iPhone footage, and they're just going to follow me around and take behind the scenes footage of what we're doing.
Yeah. And the other thing that I like about this is right now, everyone in our life, like, we all want instant gratification. Yeah. So we want, right after, we want iPhone photos. We want videos.
Listen, if it was me, I would too.
Yes, same.
Like, I can't even, like, say I wouldn't.
100%. And, So with that, you get the videos right after you get the photos. But you're still going to get your professional photos, and they're going to be 1,000 times better. Yeah. People can say, oh, iPhones are just as good as cameras. But, like, when you see the content, it's so nice to have, like, the behind-the-scenes videos, the authentic whatever.
And it's good. And plus, like, then people can make their little TikToks, make their little videos. Like, I think it's cute.
And that's, like, the generation we're in, and you just have to lean into it because...
I'm trying to. I'm trying it out. I'm really excited to see.
I think it's fun. And, like, try it out. If it doesn't really work, then you don't have to do it. But no, if people want that...
I think that's something that's coming in. So I think that's something we're going to see, like, coming in. Totally. Whether it stays or not, I don't know. But I think it's funky. I'm going to try it. While it's such a thing. Happening, I'm going to just, like, get in there.
It's such a thing, and I really like it. But back to the different, like, styles and everything right now, it kind of goes along with the whole content creator thing, is documentary and editorial, which I am loving. Yeah. I think it's so...
It's kind of like, because, like, before, I feel like a few years ago, like, it was very, very in to, like, have your, like, you have your beautiful picture perfect shots, and, like, you need the iconic shot of, like, the ring posed a certain way on the guy's face, like, whatever. So you had your shot list, and that was very in to, like, get all the stuff you wanted. And now it's like that's out, and now what's in is documentary. Yeah, which, like, I'm here for it.
I know.
I love it. As photographers, we love it. I think, like, it lets us be creative.
And it's going back to, like, okay, look at our parents' wedding photos. You had, I would say theirs was almost, like, more editorial because it's kind of studio. It's kind of like
with the technology back then, it had to be because you didn't have the fast shutters, so you could do all the cool fast freezing stuff, right?
And I don't know. I think it makes sense, and the editorial kind of, like, cinematic look of things, I just love. I think it's such a fun
to touch on that too. I think it's really, really, really in. What's really in right now is, like, retro, like
film
is coming back. I mean, I'm doing it.
Everyone is doing it.
I feel like everybody has their toe in film. Whether
and
it's
bridal like I love the, like, film cameras on the tables at weddings.
Oh my god, me too. Yes. It's so fun.
Yeah, this is. I feel like we're gonna see it more the next couple of years, but, like, this is on, like, the outs is large bridal parties and bridal parties in general.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're going to see more weddings with either just, like, a best man and a maid of honor or no bridal party at all.
I like it.
Which is honestly like...
I think too much emphasis is put on bridal parties.
Because
the wedding is about the bride and groom.
I think a lot of the time you need to be like, center yourself and be like, okay, what is our wedding? Who's it for?
Yeah.
Why are we getting married?
Yeah.
You're getting married to be with each other. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes you just need to focus on that. And if that means having a small bridal party, then do it.
Yeah. No, I think, too, having just one person, a best man and a maid of honor.
Yeah.
They are able to, like, have their own time to, like, celebrate you.
And that doesn't mean you don't have any friends.
No, and, like, they're still very important. You can still have your bachelorette party.
Totally. And your friends are still going to be there. Also, maybe just, like, having all your friends as your bridal party. Like, if you're doing an elopement, why not have everyone that's going in your bridal party?
I like that.
Yeah. It would be kind of funky.
I have one.
Okay,
I have one.
Let's hear it.
This is, like, one that I really love. But I think more focus is being... Like, I think before, people didn't really think about the after party other than they're like, oh, what's the party? True. We just have a dance. And I think people are thinking about embracing it a little bit more and, like, putting an emphasis on things at the after party.
And not just, like, have a party, but, like, make it a vibe. Yeah.
Like, I think this kind of started with the glasses trend where everyone would put the glasses on and get their little picture with the glasses.
And now it's turning into, like, having a second look. And I don't think having a second look necessarily means, like, oh, you have to have a whole second wedding dress. It could be, like, get a cheap dress from wherever store and, like, put it on and have, like, a moment, like, wear the puffy sleeves, or
even a coat.
Fringe. Yeah.
I've seen lots of people do the cute coat and I love it. Or, like, just different shoes on.
And if you don't want to, like, if you want to party and you don't want to trash your wedding dress, that's such a good option.
People are doing the champagne towers instead of the cake cutting at their dinner.
And champagne towers, I feel like...
Champagne showers.
Yeah.
Champagne towers.
I think it has such a moment, and it's pretty. I don't know. I've never actually seen it at a wedding.
I have.
Which, like, Jordan has seen it.
It's very cute. Nice. I think the cool thing is, after you do it, you have your little moment. Yeah. And then everyone gets their glass of champagne.
You get to go take it from the tower.
Yeah, and it's like
Jenga
thing.
reverse.
It's a thing, honestly. And then if someone spills, it's funny. It's kind of like...
And I think that's another, like... I don't know if it was, like, early 2000s, but it was, like, a trend that kind of faded out, and it's, like, coming back. Even the heart-shaped cakes with, like, the
They're
very
coming
simple
back.
border.
I love those cakes.
Love them, too.
They're
them. So pretty.
But I think, people are thinking more about the after party.
Yeah.
And thinking about how they can make it an experience.
Like, do a different location, do a different outfit, like...
Yeah, just thinking about it more than they used to, because I do think that before it was just like, okay, like, now I don't have to worry about anything else because it's the party and you don't worry about it. But people are kind of making it more of an event.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love that. I'm excited to see I'm sure there's so many things that we're going to release this episode and there's going to be like 60 more trends.
And I think it'd be fun to do it at the end of 2024 and be like,
see what
this wasn't a trend.
We were right about.
People didn't do this.
See what we were, we should. Definitely, for sure. Okay, I want you to throw one thing out to me. What? Just something random that, like, you hope happens in this year for weddings. It can be chaotic. It doesn't have to be normal. It can be fun.
Okay, what's yours? This is hard. Like, for a trend or for, like...
For a trend, yeah. I think what I want to see is, like... Pinatas. No. Listen. Instead of a cake.
Okay.
And I don't...
You have, like, shots in it?
Yes. No, seriously. Or candy. Listen, everybody likes a candy moment.
True.
I don't want to see any more candy bars. Pinatas only.
I like that.
And then you smash it. Okay, that's probably too chaotic for the wedding industry.
That'd be different.
I don't even care. Guys, I'm going to book a wedding now and it's going to be like,
okay,
we want a pinata.
I have to think of something, like, so... Offside.
Just for fun.
A cake smash, but with a bride and groom.
People do that already.
What? Like, for, like, a 1-year-old birthday party?
Oh, no, but they do. They smash it in each other's face.
No, I mean, like, cake smash, like, they just act like a 1-year-old and then... Also, I want to shoot, like, a bride and groom jumping into a pool.
As soon as
that'd be so fun.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be that bride.
Iconic.
I know. That'd be so cool.
I love her. Yeah.
Cool. But that, so far, is our ins and outs. I feel like we had more ins than outs.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I think...
We're positive girls.
I think I had a good mix. I feel like we did.
Yeah.
There's things that are leaving us.
But we can't wait to see what happens.
I can't wait to
year.
witness them at my weddings.
Yeah.
I really hope. The wedding weekends, I like just love them so
2024
much.
is going to be a good year.
It's going to be lit.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
Well, thank you for listening, and I hope we have some fun episodes coming.
We do. Sarah, don't hope. We do have some fun episodes coming.
They'll be coming. Well, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.